What if I told you that your pursuit of happiness is actually the thing making you miserable? We live in a world that tells us we need to be positive 24/7, but Mark Manson argues that this constant positivity is a disease. Denying your negative emotions doesn't make them go away, it just makes them come back stronger. This book is a slap in the face to the self-help industry. It teaches that life is essentially an endless series of problems. The solution isn't to have no problems, it's to have better problems. Here are the 10 lessons from the book that defined a generation. Lesson 1. The Backwards Law. Accepting your negative experience is a positive experience. We are wired to think that if we want to be happy, we must chase happy things. But Manson introduces the backwards law, originally from philosopher Alan Watts. It says, the more you pursue feeling better, the less satisfied you become, because pursuing something only reinforces that you lack it. If you stand in front of a mirror saying, "I am beautiful," you are really telling yourself, "I am not beautiful." The key is to stop trying so hard. Paradoxically, accepting that you feel like crap is actually a liberating, healthy experience. Stop chasing, start accepting. Lesson 2. The feedback loop from hell. The problem isn't that you have a problem. The problem is that you feel bad about having a problem. Have you ever gotten anxious? And then you realized, oh no, I'm getting anxious, which made you more anxious? Manson calls this the feedback loop from hell. You get angry about being angry. You get sad about being sad. This is a uniquely modern plague. In the old days, if you felt bad, you just felt bad. Today, social media shows us everyone else having a great life, so we think something is wrong with us for struggling. The solution is simple but hard. Don't give a damn about your bad feelings. If you feel like crap, say, "Okay, I feel like crap." Once you stop judging your emotions, the loop breaks. Lesson 3. You are not special. The vast majority of your life will be boring and not noteworthy. And that's okay. We are all told we are destined for greatness. We are all special. Manson argues this is nonsense that creates entitlement. If everyone is extraordinary, then no one is extraordinary. True self-worth comes from accepting that you are, in many ways, average. Once you accept that you don't need to cure cancer or go to the moon to have a valuable life, the pressure lifts. You can enjoy the simple things, a good friendship, a nice book, a walk, without feeling like a failure because you aren't trending on Twitter. The ticket to emotional health is accepting the mundane. Lesson 4. Choose your struggle. Happiness requires struggle. It grows from problems. Everyone wants the gold medal. Few people want to train like an Olympian. Everyone wants the CEO salary. Few people want the 80-hour work weeks and the stress. Manson asks a crucial question. What pain do you want? Life is suffering. That is a guarantee. So don't ask, how can I be happy? Ask, what am I willing to suffer for? If you want the result but not the struggle, you don't really want it. You just like the idea of it. True happiness comes from solving problems you enjoy solving. Find the struggle that feels worth it to you. Lesson 5. Responsibility versus fault. It's not your fault that things are messed up, but it is your responsibility to fix it. Think about your health. If you were born with a slow metabolism or a genetic predisposition to a certain illness, that isn't your fault. You didn't choose your DNA. But it is still your responsibility to manage your diet, go to the gym, and take your medication. You can spend your whole life being angry at the unfairness of your genes, but that won't make you healthy. Real power comes when you stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What am I going to do about it?" You didn't deal the cards, but you're the only one who can play the hand. Lesson 6. Shitty values versus good values. If you measure yourself by the wrong standard, you will always feel like a loser. Why do you feel inadequate? Probably because you have shitty values. Manson defines these as values that are reliant on external things: pleasure, material success, and being right. If your value is being the richest guy in the room, you are not in control. Someone can always be richer. Instead, choose good values, things that are reality-based, socially constructive, and immediate. Examples include honesty and self-respect. You can control these. You can be honest right now. When you upgrade your values, you upgrade your life problems. Lesson 7. The do something principle. Action isn't just the effect of motivation, it's also the cause of it. We usually think the cycle goes inspiration, motivation, action. But what if you aren't motivated? Do you just wait? Manson suggests the do something principle. Action drives motivation. If you are stuck, just do the smallest possible thing. Write one sentence. Wash one dish. The simple act of doing something sends a signal to your brain that says, "Hey, we are moving." This triggers inspiration, which gives you motivation to do more. Don't wait to feel like it. Do it, and the feeling will follow. Lesson 8. Failure is the way forward. Improvement at anything is based on thousands of tiny failures. We try to avoid failure at all costs, but Manson argues that the magnitude of your success is based on how many times you failed at that thing. If someone is better than you at something, it's likely because they have failed at it more times than you have. If you refuse to fail, you refuse to succeed. When you avoid failure, you are avoiding the necessary data you need to learn. Redefine failure. Failure isn't falling down. Failure is refusing to get back up. Embrace the embarrassment. It's the cost of entry for greatness. Lesson 9. The importance of saying no. You are also defined by what you reject. In our culture, yes is celebrated. We want to be open to everything. But Manson says that for anything to have meaning, you must reject its opposite. If you want a deep relationship, you have to reject the freedom of being single. If you want to be great at a career, you have to reject the other career paths. Boundaries are crucial. Healthy love is not two people merging into one. It is two whole people refusing to tolerate bad behavior from one another. You have to be willing to end a relationship to save it. If you can't say no, your yes means nothing. Lesson 10. And then you die. Keeping your mortality in mind is the only way to filter out the shits that don't matter. The final lesson is the most uncomfortable. We obsess over social media likes, we stress over a scratch on our car, and we get offended by strangers. But when you look at your problems through the lens of your own mortality, the trivial stuff evaporates. You realize you only have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of energy. Why would you waste a single damn on someone who cut you off in traffic? Death makes life urgent. It forces you to choose better values and focus only on the people and projects that actually matter. Stop living like you have forever. If you found these 10 lessons helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, keep reading, and I'll see you in the next summary.